Greetings there, fellow dreamers and glory seekers of the Outer Belt. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts Fire in the Hold. Episode 11, a massive ship expansion underway. Ooh. I am repairing so much faster now. Nice. Definitely improved a tier. So these were all the orange ways that were like orphaned. Done. All right, how many more? So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 2 more tiles. Nice. That is good to hear. So install, hull, mobilite floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. Putting it to good use. And you can see why the dolly's really nice, because I'm able to just like slap a bunch of this stuff down. Now, again, yes, the footprint of the ship is going to grow for the storage / cargo bay, but I don't intend to depressurize it until I have like more to add. But that's a pretty reasonable size for a cargo bay, assuming that I can move everything that's in there out somewhere else at some point. And then with the added floors here, one of the other benefits is that I can then grab that reactor stuff that, you know, I was otherwise going to have to leave behind. So we have 2 floors left for where underneath the optics. And then I'll just put this recovered cooler there. All right, visor for price. Yoink. Real big cost will be moving the transponder. Transponders are expensive, but like not that expensive. So you're not wrong, but I wouldn't say that's going to be like a massive hit to anything. What are the walls here? So the walls are not mobile light. Got it. So I've pulled all that I want to pull from here. There is a pellet. There's a laser ray and pellet feeder. Let's take them. If I can repair the pellet feeder. Nope, I have no carbon fiber. Okay. I'm not even going to take the cryo pump. I'm just going to assume I'm going to find another cryo pump at a later date when I have a reactor room. So, as crazy as it is, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another stop back to K-Leg to sell this stuff to free up room so that I can do more, like, shipbuilding. But there's really nothing of, like, I'll grab the turbo pump because it's 100%. But, yeah. We'll count this ship as like done, so I don't have to like write it down in the notes that I should return here. What I can do is I can make an internal note of like there is broken field coils here in case I don't run into field coils anywhere else, because there's a possibility that that would be the case, that I don't end up finding access to field coils anywhere else. So, hail ship, undock. So I didn't quite get out to... Oh, you know, K-Leg is... Okay. It's on the other side of Ganymed. I didn't quite get out to the freighter I wanted to, but... I am fast forward screwing up this maneuver badly. Alright, that's good enough. I'm sort of heading in the right direction. So there's, as far as stuff to restore here, some of the stuff I cannot restore because I don't have the carbon fiber to repair the intake. But I'll just auto-task because I know there's a lot of broken floorboards that will need repair as well. So, yeah, let's do the notes. So that was H1NPT. I trust you, but I'll double check. Yeah, H1NPT has broken field coils. Home. Notes. Yeah, that freighter has more mobile walls than we'll ever need. Because that ship is larger than I'd ever build. You're right about that. Alright. Visor for damage. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to having nothing broken. There's a few pieces of floor left, but yeah, it's having superior tools and skills means that restoration's easy. So that's all that I can repair right now, and we're probably good for a transfer burn to K-leg. Is it breathable in here? Yes. Helmet off. Yeah, we could do a transfer burn to K-leg. Great. Now, some things on the freighter that I left that I will be returning to, I probably won't want to sell, like the helium tank, because helium tanks are rather rare to come by. So, given enough experience in the game, you kind of learn what components, and of course, there's a little bit of RNG involved, but what fusion reactor components. Oh, and speaking of which, this is the list of fusion reactor components. So field coils, reactor core systems, MHDs, pellet feeders, etc. What components of those that are rare to find and what are common to find? And you can sell the common ones because the common ones you'll like find time and time again. And the rare ones should be collected. So helium tanks is probably the hardest to gather. Therefore, unless you're really strapped for cash and are like going to be sent to debtor's prison, you should probably hold on to the helium tanks. Because I can't imagine a situation where parting with them makes sense. And as far as my skills go, you can see the skills here. My electrical engineering is up to 25%-ish. It rounds to like the nearest 5. Software engineering is 0, but my construction engineering is going up because of the textbook I have. Yeah, heavy water tank and helium tanks can be really tough to find, exactly. I swear to God I cleared that warning. Okay. So I didn't go to where I intended to, but, you know, it's fine. it was productive all the same. Got a lot more floorboards that I wanted. That was the nice part. Okay, in order to repair this here, I need 3 mechanical, 1 aluminum, 1 carbon fiber. So let's go buy that now and repair it up. I think I did the math right. I hope. Missing motor. No, apparently I didn't. Oh yeah, motor and heatsink. Wait, 3 mechanical? I did that wrong. I got 3 scrap aluminum, not 3 mechanical. Alright, before we even repair that, let's free up some floor space. So, sell Albal of core liners, cooler, the reactor cores. Oh, I need to update the zone too. I probably want to try to install that IR sensor instead of sell it. There we go. Updated zone. You can see why I wasn't too worried about, like, money, because you make money hand over fist when you know what to look for. I mean, I just made, like, what, 80K or something? Okay, so we need 2 more mechanical parts, a motor, and a heatsink. And I'll send it to the... Actually... I'm going to send it to the barter zone knowing that it might, like, end up going in space. It's fine. I'll wear my helmet. Yep, it did go to space. All right. Apparently, I already had a heatsink in it, so I bought an unnecessary heatsink. Whatever. This is weird. Why am I'm like restore repairing it? It says oh, now I'm restoring it. Okay. I had already repaired it. Question. Should I keep the Hydra? Yes or no? Pulls up. So the IR sensor, I'm actually, well, here, let's see. What has the better sale price? So I'm going to grab the other IR sensor and just, like, compare between the NASA and the other one. And whatever sells for more, I will keep, interestingly. Sell between these two. They're the dang same. Okay, I'll keep the NASA one. It's good to know that they're like a 7K ticket item. I mean, that's not cheap. That's for 3 slots. That's pretty awesome. And it looks like you guys want me to keep the Hydra. So I'm going to pick this up and put it outside, but I won't sell it. And at some point, when I have more floor space, that will replace the Kangs. Cool. Alright, the other thing I wanted to do here, I think so that I can stay out in the boneyard a little bit longer, and also because I don't, like, money is not much of an issue. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a ship battery. Oh, look, the body's gone. Rip. Probably should have, you know, learn to breathe, buddy. Alright, we're gonna keep the Hydra, copy. So let's go ahead and grab a ship battery. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna buy it. I don't really care. I'll check scrap, because they only have the, like, small ones here. I'm not too worried about a flask. I mean, there's often, like, enough to eat randomly on the salvage ships that I'm at that it hasn't really been much of an issue. I know I'm going to eventually run out of, like, fresh water in these sinks, depleting what is here, but whatever. What? Someone else die? What is going on with these mass deaths? We got a serial killer here? It isn't me. Don't look at me. I didn't kill anyone that I know of. All right. Done. Ship battery. This one's damaged, but that's fine. I'll repair it, restore it, and install it. So, do not send to barter zone. Did it send to barter zone? Did I not buy it? What's going on? Well, it's not there, so... Okay, cool. There we go. To repair this, we need motherboard, 3 electronic, and scrap steel. Frank is actually the serial killer. I saved him. He was marooned and he's been killing people here. Ah, it's believable. I mean, ever since I brought him back, there's like 2 corpses here. I don't even know whose corpse this is. It looks like a shipbreaker, because there's a welder, whereas obviously this was a lawman, because there's a handgun. I think I might even just like clean up K-Leg a little bit by selling that stuff, because I'm shameless and I don't really care. All right. Where the heck is this thing gonna go? This is such a fire hazard to have, like, blocked access. Because I can't even get to... Yeah, okay. Hold on. I can't even get to my fire extinguisher. I'm not putting it there. Would you like to die? God, I just don't know. I'll put it in the airlock. I could put it outside, but that's where... Why can't I move? Cancel. Okay. Yeah, whatever. I'll put it outside. The arm has you worried? Well, when you're, stationed here, you're kind of immortal. When you're docked here, like, unless the station catches fire, there really isn't anything that should happen to you while at K-Leg. Alright. Buy in power for that battery. So now we have all the means to stay out in the boneyard longer. Good. So let's get back to KSO, or what it was called, and start to grab parts for the new walls that we want, and then also for potential reactor room, and I'll update the priority in a minute. And yes, I am navigating via flight vision, which is do not do unless you know what you're doing, which I don't know what I'm doing, so it's a bad idea. Alright, so I think the ship I wanted to go to is somewhere over yonder. So I'll just start burning that way, looking for it. My relative velocity is actually quite high. That's the one I was at before, the one that we just stripped, that has the field reactor coils. Yeah, here it is. I found it. Alright. Slowing down time and doing a more reasonable maneuver, not moving at 400 meters a second and dying. So cross velocity and decelerate. Okay, 160, that's more reasonable. So, I think what I'm going to do is grab more of these style floor tiles and start building up this section. Laying them down, but not actually adding the walls until the floors are done. That's sort of the concept here. Before we make port, let's switch batteries around. So I got fresh batteries. Suit battery is 62. I can fix that. 100, 100, 100. Nice. Like that. And then my Hunter's torch is fine. It's not 100%, but it's fine. I'm just checking the visual data of the stuff around me. So a lot of this is just going to be batch, uninstall floor, reinstall floor. Because reactors are huge, and I'm going to need a lot of space to install one. And I didn't want to use K-leg as a storage yard for the components, so it will also allow me to like start collecting the components, which is equally important. And it just dawns on me I haven't actually updated the priority yet. And then as far as ship design goes, I really like having... So, to talk about what happens doing a torch burn. So a torch burn, let me open up the nav menu. Right now, we are operating out of the boneyard, which is essentially if you zoom all the way out, it's like the green circle here. This is K-leg's eccentric orbit, right? And this is where there's a lot of derelict ships with kind of like freebies. Now, long-term goal is to head to Ceres, where it's a conflict zone. Where is Ceres? I don't even know. And it's over here. And in order to get to Ceres, we're going to need to have a fusion reactor to do like a very high G-force constant burn all the way there to get there. And that requires a working reactor room. And that's why it's the next goal. So the current goal right now is to expand the ship for a reactor room and nav room. Now, in terms of ship design, when you're doing a high burn for a long time, your ship will get micrometeorite strikes, which means the outside of your ship's hull and anything installed in the outside like antenna, thrusters, cooler, etc., optics can get damaged in a long burn. So from a design standpoint, what I like to do is I'll have like a salvage room here, a navigation room here, which shares no walls with the outside, and then like a storage gantry hallway type thing here and here, and then reactor room here. And the concept is to have the nav room in the inside, which has its own oxygen, nitrogen, where you sleep, so that if you do have a micrometeorite strike that depressurizes your ship, your inside crew quarter navigation area is unaffected. Which brings me over to this checklist here. So these are the types of rooms you can have. And I don't really care about having like a proper quote-unquote room. But what I'm essentially saying is I want like a closed bridge, which also acts as like basic quarters, so that I can mitigate any damage to micrometeorite strikes. That's the sort of larger design that I'm going for. All right, visor. Where's my pressure? KPA viz in. So what I'm going to be doing is this white section here is where my salvage area is going to be, and I want to grab this sort of like gray flooring here for the center area. And then maybe my reactor will be this orange, and that way I'm going to be using, all the types of floors and walls that are present here. So order, uninstall floor. Actually, it's going to be harder to do with this. I really like the pressure viz because it like gives me good vision, but it makes it hard to tell where I actually have uninstalled orders. And the big picture is to get over to Ceres, which is where weapons and combat is. From a game design, Blue Bottle, the developer, decided to have the combat not be in the starting zone, which is really nice, because if it was in the starting zone, you would just like start a new game and then die because a pirate shoots at you and you have no means to defend yourself. So you have to actually travel to where the combat is, to where the weapons are, to where the factions are, etc., etc. And that's something we're going to be doing. But we have to build up the funds and the get the kind of ship that will allow for it first. Yeah, we're in the beginner zone. There's other zones as well. There's Venus. Venus is interesting because Venus has atmosphere, like dense atmosphere. So you can travel around Venus using non-thrusters and instead rotors. And that is more like a shopping mall, where like if you're after something rare that you can't buy elsewhere, like compression leggings or textbooks or something strange, that would be a place to go. But long distance travel in the solar system is really expensive, so I typically don't go places unless I have a really good compelling reason to do it, because a torch burn takes a long time, takes a lot of resources, is potentially risky. So shuttling between like K-Leg and Venus or K-Leg and Ceres doesn't make a lot of sense unless you're being paid for the trip or have a very compelling reason to go there. And there are gigs that will take you from zone to zone. With that said, those gigs are typically difficult to fulfill. The way the gigs work is you'll be paid to go run a mission of sorts. And the challenging thing about that is you're paid depending on how fast you can complete the mission, and some of the missions have a moving goal, so it'll be like, go take a picture of this person as a bounty hunter. But like the person isn't necessarily going to stay where they are, so that you spend like a few in-game hours to travel to where the person was last sighted, and lo and behold, they have moved. And you're like, yo, what the heck? And then you have to go find them again. So I generally don't do gigs for that reason, even if they have a wondrous payout, just because I find them more annoying than I'm willing to put up with. So I think this is going to be more than enough to have like a crew quarter and bridge. So you can kind of see how much you could see the scope of the refits, the retrofits. And then the reactor will be the last section. Nice step up. Yeah, no kidding. And I'll just keep on installing the mobile light floors and fetching them until I get this installed. And obviously, like, the antenna is going to have to temporarily move. Do you know if the fusion torch weight can be weaponized? I don't know, actually. That's a good question. It actually can once. Okay, we are now repairing, so I need to go get more floors. So I know all the walls here. Order on install. Are the correct type. I'm on the pressure overlay, so you don't actually see the bills being updated, but they are, hypothetically. All right, oh, come on. Clear visor view. And nope. Cancel. Here. I think that's right. Come on, auto task. Do it. What are you? Okay, there he goes. I'm just like standing there, like, oh, I can't figure this out. Do you want to knock out pirates boarding? What exactly is your question, so that I understand it? Like, are you asking if I want to implement some sort of like anti-piracy measure? Pirates are... Pirates can board you in a hostile fashion. And having good weaponry is generally the means to defend yourself. And then once you have ship weapons, you just shoot at them. And hope that they also don't have weapons to shoot you back with. But once they're on your ship, there's not a lot of like defense systems that are going to be put you in a great advantage. There isn't like a defender's advantage, in other words. So pirates do pose a real risk. And No, see, there's absolutely safety in numbers. It's another really good reason to have other crew. Good weapons and good crew. Oh, okay. Weaponizing. I don't know about weaponizing the torch, so I can't answer questions about that. Wake zone weaponization. It's not something I've tried. Well, we're pretty close to uninstalling all those floors. And between the floors on that side and the floors on this side, that should be enough floors for all the changes I want to make. Getting a closed bridge zone. Probably. Alright, now we're picking them up piecemeal, so let's not do that. Now, floors you can put in your bag. It's the walls that are really massive and can't be. So I don't necessarily need to use the dolly for this, but it doesn't hurt either. Oops. Alright, some of these nested ones I can't get access to, I think. Because otherwise I would have uninstalled them, so I'm just going to cancel those tasks. It's fine. One thing I kind of wish is that derelicts would generate in such a way that it makes it clear that it was salvaged by someone else, because all the derelicts that you find are kind of like derelicts that obviously weren't ever touched. They're just freshly broken, and I wish some of the derelicts would have weird patterns of uninstalled floors and walls, making it more obvious that someone had come and just repurposed a bunch of material. That'd be neat. Cat nav is probably just hey, you're legal or whatever. I don't care. I'm not even gonna read it till later. Okay, is there more placeholder floors that I'm missing? I'm now grabbing them one at a time, which is not a good use of my time. Apparently there are. Why aren't you installing? I don't mind repair, but go install. Here we go. Yeah, you can order your character to haul to a haul zone. That I don't find useful because it will take a lot longer. It will be somewhat more automated, but it will take a lot longer than just doing it manually, which is why I'm doing it manually. The hull zones are more for like controlling a bunch of NPCs or more than one NPC doing like batch haulings. So there's a time and place for it, but it is not now or here. If that makes sense. All right, battery check. 7 hours. Yeah, we're fine. And we're easily more than halfway there for flooring for the crew area. Suit battery and O2. Oh, untime. Fourth shift ends. It's untime. Cool. And in my untime, I'm just going to keep working. Okay, I am officially out of tiles. And to make this a little bit easier to do, I'm just going to install the wall here so I can travel around it. Oh, what auto task? Come on, go install those. Apparently I had more to install, just hadn't done it. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts, Fire in the Hold, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow ship scrappers.